can you tell how did you come to Sweden, and for how long have you been in Sweden?
It's a long story. I've been in Sweden for almost 4 years now, and I came to Europe primarily through the Erasmus Mundus Master's Scholarship. So I moved from Nigeria to Europe in 2020, and I went through the same program as you. We went to the UK, studied at Leeds, Slovenia, Ljubljana, and then we moved to Luleå for a year. It's been an interesting 4 years so far.
Yeah. So after you graduated from the Erasmus Mundus, you got a job at SKF.
Yeah.
And then you're working at SKF for 3 years, right?
Yes.
What do you work with?
So for the past 1 year, I've been working on sustainability. But for almost 2 years before that, I went through the global graduate program where they sent me abroad to learn more about the company and to work on different projects. So I went to the US, I worked there for 6 months, I went to Brazil and then returned to Sweden.
Yeah.
So,
It's interesting, yeah.
One of the reasons why I was a good profile for that program was because in the Erasmus program, we had moved abroad a lot, and we were aware about different cultures, and we could integrate properly. And it was kind of part of the profile I believe the company was looking for.
Yes.
So that helped as well.
So the program, Erasmus program that we went through for the masters, and because we traveled to different countries to study, that helped you in your job as well.
It did. Yeah.
So one of my favorite things to ask is that what difference you saw between Nigeria and Sweden? What's the difference in the lifestyle or all the different like cultural shocks? I'm sure you got see some cultural shocks, and any other thing that you want to talk about. How is the life different?
That's a very good question. You know, I think now that I've been here for 4 years, the culture shocks are kind of dissipating. There are less of shocks anymore than they used to be. So a lot of these things now I see as normal. But when I first moved here, it was very clear what the differences were. I remember the very first thing you notice is how quiet it is. There are very few people around. The weather, of course, is extremely cold here compared to Nigeria. But culturally, I would say Sweden is interesting. I think the people have a different way of life. They are not as communal as Africans or West Africans can be, where you're in each other's business. Like you can knock on your neighbor's door and just check in on them. You have visitors at any time without any planning, and people. You can feel like this closer bond in the society, in the community.
Yeah, it's the same in India.
Yeah.
So in India also, but I grew up in a village, so villages are very different than cities. So in villages, it's the same. I was saying neighbors can come and pass by, have a tea.
Exactly.
Or all those sort of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest shock for me right now is like how everyone is kind of individualist. So for example, if you look at where I live, I don't know the names of any of my neighbors. I barely even see them. So I think that's the kind of life here. Everyone is in a small circle of family and friends, and it's difficult to get into those circles.
Yeah.
So making friends as a result is difficult.
But I mean, now I wonder that, is that a Swedish lifestyle or is it more like a urban lifestyle everywhere? Because I know that back where I studied close to New Delhi, I studied in a city called Noida, and it's close to New Delhi. New Delhi is the capital of India.
Okay.
And I still have some friends who live there and work, and they don't know their neighbors. It's because in the new urban idea is that like a lot of people don't know who their neighbors are. So I'm very interested. Like, is it more Swedish way, or is it because of the urbanization that people have become so individualistic in these areas?
I think that's a very good point. Even in Nigeria, there are places like that, like Lagos, where it's so populated, everyone goes about their business. But I still think fundamentally, if you look at Sweden, that's a lifestyle. For example, we lived in Luleå where there were 70,000 people. So a very small place you could call a village, but people still live that way. And it's not necessarily when you move to Stockholm and Gothenburg, the big cities, that you see that. It's kind of everywhere in Sweden, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I may be wrong. Maybe it's an urban thing and it has spread around Sweden. Could be that as well.
Thanks for watching the clip. If you want to see the full video, check the link below and see you in the next video.